Imagine this. It is 3 a.m., and you are driving down a desolate, midnight black highway. The world is silent, save for the low hum of your engine and the twin beams of your headlights slicing through the gloom. Suddenly, your eyes drift to the small rearview mirror. Someone is sitting in your back seat. Heart hammering, you whip your head around, but the seat is empty. You look back at the mirror, and the shadow is now inches away, staring at your reflection with a jagged, hollow smile. This was the final night of Raghav, a high-profile businessman whose arrogance was as vast as his fortune. 2 years ago, on this exact stretch of National Highway 9, Raghav committed a sin that no amount of money could erase. On a rain-slicked night, his speeding car had slammed into an elderly man. Raghav didn't stop. He watched in his mirror as the man collapsed, reaching out a trembling hand for mercy. Instead of helping, Raghav floored the accelerator and vanished into the darkness, leaving the man to die alone on the cold asphalt. Tonight marked the second anniversary of that hit-and-run. Raghav was cruising in his luxury sedan, convinced that his tracks were buried forever. Suddenly, the car radio hissed to life. Through the crackle of static, a distorted melody began to play, the very same song that had been playing the night of the accident. Raghav lunged for the power button, but the controls were dead. Within seconds, the temperature inside the cabin plummeted. His breath hitched as it turned into a thick, white mist. He glanced at the mirror once more, and the blood drained from his face. The old man was there, sitting in the back seat. His clothes were matted with grave dirt and dried blood. One eye was milky and clouded from the impact. He sat motionless, yet the suffocating stench of wet earth and decay filled the car. "You, how are you here?" Raghav gasped, his voice cracking with terror. The figure remained silent. He slowly extended a hand, fingers skeletal, nails jagged and stained. He placed that hand on Raghav's shoulder. It felt like a block of jagged ice. Raghav slammed his foot onto the brake, but the pedal was as rigid as stone. The car began to accelerate on its own. 100, 120, 150 miles per hour. "That night, I begged you to stop," the corpse whispered, his voice sounding like the scraping of dry bones against a coffin lid. "Tonight, I am the one taking you home." The sharp curve where the tragedy occurred loomed ahead. Raghav fought the steering wheel with everything he had, but it was locked in a death grip. In the mirror, the old man leaned in, his decaying face hovering right beside Raghav's ear. Cold, dead fingers wrapped around Raghav's throat. "We go together now, Raghav." The car hurtled off the road at terminal velocity, obliterating itself against a massive, ancient banyan tree. The following morning, investigators arrived at a scene of total carnage. The front of the vehicle was crushed beyond recognition. Raghav was still strapped into the driver's seat, his body miraculously intact. Not a single scratch marked his skin. However, the coroner's report revealed a chilling anomaly. Raghav hadn't died from the impact. He had died of pure, cardiac-arresting terror. Even more disturbing were the deep, livid bruises around his neck, fingerprints from a hand that had squeezed the life out of him from behind. As the sun began to set, a young officer noticed a faint smear on the rear window. Traced in mud and dried blood were 5 words that would haunt him forever: "The journey is not over."